What up, YouTube? It is your boy, All About The Sneakerz, back with another unboxing and review video for you guys. Now today, as you can tell from the thumbnail as well as the title of the video, that is correct guys, we're unboxing the Air Jordan 3 Archaeo Brown, better known as winterized. Now guys, this sneaker has not really been on my radar for that long of a time, although it has been on my radar for a short period of time. I want to say maybe a month ago is when I first saw these sneakers surface. Could have been maybe a couple of months ago, but I wasn't really focused on them at the time because there's so many other drops, there's so many upcoming drops that I'll focus on, OG sneakers and such. So this one was like, maybe I'll cop, maybe I won't. But when the images hit Sneakerz app and I started scrolling through the pics and looking at the details and the materials and things like that, oh man, it quickly got on your boy's must cop list and I felt like I had to have this one. However, at the same time, I'm trying to be a little bit more budget friendly. And on that note, these sneakers are expensive guys, so I can't go picking up every single sneaker. And I say that to say this sneaker did release nearly 2 weeks ago. And even though it was on my must cop list, I was disciplined enough to not grab the sneaker on release day. I actually waited a couple days past release day and hey, at that point, I just couldn't take it. The sneakers sat out there. I thought they might have sold out at least on Sneakerz app, but they didn't. They were still out there a couple of days later. And I want to say they're still out there today. But day 2 after release, man, again, your boy couldn't take it, man. Jumped right on the app. It was still there. Boom, my size, got them. Had to have them. Clean sneaker. And here we are today. However, before we go any further, if you're new to the channel or if you're not, make sure you smash that like, subscribe, and share button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on future release videos. Now, after I snagged these sneakers, I did go out and check out some of my fellow YouTuber reviews on this sneaker. And man, they were slamming the sneaker all day long, man. I mean, slamming it. As well as for them to sit out there, I'm like, maybe the sneaker community wasn't feeling this one, or maybe the price point at $210 US was a little bit steep. I understand that because I felt the same way. But in terms of the quality materials on this sneaker and just the different look of the sneaker in general, not having the traditional elephant print, I can understand that part may set some people aside and deter them from copping this one. But for me personally, I like a little bit of a change up. I have all kind of Air Jordan 3s with elephant print on them, which is the standard, the OG look. And so I'm not mad if they take it off time to time. I want those too. And that plays right into this silhouette, man. A dope look for me. Having the stitching on the Suede, a very dope. We're gonna go over that here in a bit. Comment below and let me know if you guys went after this one or not, if you're feeling this sneaker or if you're not. Again, like I say, some of my fellow YouTubers slammed this sneaker community. A lot of people slammed it, but there were also some people who actually went after the shoe and kind of kept it on the down low. Like, if you ever feel like a sneaker isn't hype and you like it and you cop it anyways, who cares what anyone else thinks? Who cares, man? You know how we rock over here on the channel. Cop what you like, forget the hype. That is the motto. But all of that aside, guys, big ups to the Sneakerz app. Big ups to Nike for the dub on this one. Greatly appreciate it. However, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, guys, here we have the box. As you can see, we have our 3/4 box, black on one side, sort of a purplish gray look on the other side. As well as you can see here on the top of the lid, we get that same look, and we also have that pinkish hue sort of Jumpman there on 2/4 of the box. Very clean. Now, this box is starting to become the norm with the Air Jordan 3s, and guess what? I'm not mad at it. Now, they did do a little bit of a change up with the desert elephant and stuff like that, and a few other drops, but for this one, hey man, I'm digging the 3/4 box, and I love how they gave us some different colors. Maybe the Jumpman matches with the tongue. Not sure, I haven't put those side by side, but let's dive into it. On one side of the box, we have our size sticker. And the size sticker reads Air Jordan 3 Retro SE. The colorway is Archaeo Brown Smoke Gray. This is a men's US size 10, personal size for me in the Air Jordan, and the suggested retail price on this one is $210 $10 US. Now again, like I say, that is a steep price for an Air Jordan 3, especially considering this one did not come with any extra laces, but it is an SE, so I can expect a little bit of a price increase from the standard pricing. However, let's see what we have under the lid. All right, guys, flipping the lid up on this one, as you can see, we have white underneath, nothing special. Over here on the side wall of the lid, you can see we do have our quality control inspection as well as our lot number stamp there on the box. Flipping the tissue paper up, we get that elephant print tissue paper. And let's go ahead and get the shoe out. Hey, look here. All I'm gonna say is, I don't care who slammed this sneaker, who does not rock with this sneaker or does not like this sneaker. All I gotta say is, hey man, y'all tripping. I mean, tripping. This is a clean Air Jordan. I can understand that it may not be for everyone. Hey, if you were to take Travis Scott's name, and I mentioned this to some people, take Travis Scott's name, Cactus Jack, Amamanier, Off-White, you name it, any of those logo brands, slap them on the sneaker, man, this sneaker will fly off the rack. And that is the difference between sneakerheads and hype beasts. No hype beasts over here, man. We copy what we like and we forget the hype. So hey, again, man, y'all tripping. Clean sneaker, quality materials, premium shoe. All right, guys, so starting here with our outsole, as you can see, we get a nice smoke gray outsole. I'm a sucker for smoky gray, man. Very, very dope, going all the way around the outsole from the front to the rear. I'm also a sucker for sail. As you can see here on the forefront of the outsole, we do get some sail as well. Very clean, gives it a nice vintage look. Moving on up to our midsole, we get more sail here, extending all the way to the rear. And inside of our air bubble, as you can see, we do get some white inside of there, maybe sail as well. Looks white to me. As well as we get this sort of off-noir black here on the midsole. Very clean, not that jet black, almost a dark smoky gray black. Very, very clean, digging that a lot as that blends with the upper. And speaking of the upper, here we do have that non-traditional off-noir black, or whatever you want to call this color. Definitely black here on our what would be our traditional elephant print, but this is non-traditional. Again, it is suede on here, guys, and they did this nice stitching, which a lot of people didn't like, but for some reason I'm digging the stitching. The stitching is actually what made me want to cop this sneaker. I just feel like anything stitched, someone put some kind of thought into it just by stitching it. I don't know if it was hand stitched, highly doubt it, maybe machine stitched, but it's like embroidery, and I feel like embroidery equals premium. So for some reason, I don't know why people don't like that, but for me, this is what sold me on the shoe and made me want it the most. Now, I did hear some people mention white stitching. I'm not really feeling white stitching on this. It almost seems more like a translucent stitching, or maybe even a slight silver to it. I don't know, it's just not the standard white. It really looks like it's almost translucent, sort of like what you would see on fishing line. It's kind of what I'm getting with this one. We also get that same look going around our toe cap here, that nice off-noir black, as well as that what I'm calling translucent stitching going around here, guys. Very, very clean, in my opinion. Digging this a lot. On here to our mud guard, guys, we do get this nice, almost salmon-like pink, low hair suede, pretty much the same suede as we get here. Nice suede materials on this shoe, guys, all around that bottom portion of the upper. Digging it a lot. I like that colorway. It just kind of gives it a Neapolitan sort of look, but not so much because this isn't the typical Neapolitan pink. This is a lot lighter. Just nice fall colors on the sneaker, and I'm digging it a lot. On up to the upper, as you can see here, we do have some nice leather, guys. I'm not sure if this is genuine or synthetic, but it definitely feels genuine if you ask me. A nice brown, Archaeo Brown at that, wrapping all the way around to the toe box. Very clean. And getting up closer, you can see it does have some texture to it, slight wrinkling, just something that looks very, very premium in my opinion, as well as it feels very premium. Like I say, man, materials on this sneaker, outstanding. I really don't know how this one is so downplayed, but hey, best materials on the Air Jordan 3 in 2022, hands down, in my opinion. Okay, I didn't see the Amamanier in hand, so I really can't say about that one, but I'm willing to bet this one probably does beat that shoe material-wise. However, here on our eye stay, we do get some more of that salmon-like pink with the breathable holes, very nice, as well as we get some very dark gray eyelets here, or maybe that's off-noir as well. Matches well with this portion of the sneaker. So yeah, man, I'm just gonna call that off-noir, very clean. Here we get some slight khaki-like, maybe orange or tannish sort of eyelets here, as well as we get here on this upper eyelet. Just a different hint of color that I think complements the rest of the shoe very well. And then on up to the top of our ankle, we do get some ballistic mesh, sort of like what you would see on an Air Jordan 11, very clean, or something like you see on a carrying case, a bag with the strap, you know, ballistic mesh, very nice, very durable comfortable, especially for keeping the foot warm. Now, they do call this a winterized sneaker. At least the sneaker community does. I'm not sure where I've seen Nike branded as winterized. So I really don't rock with the whole winterized theme when it comes to this one. Although you can clearly tell that it's made to be a little bit warmer than some of the other Air Jordan 3s. I don't know, man. Take it with a grain of salt. If you consider it winterized, hey, kudos to you. For me, it's just a nice premium Air Jordan 3. And I think it'll be good for wearing in the fall, especially with the colors, not necessarily winter. So, hey, again, take it with a grain of salt. Do you? I say this is a fall sneaker. However, we do get a nice felt sock liner here in a light tan color, as well as you can see there on our pull tab on the rear, which we'll go over shortly. However, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for the lateral side of this one. Moving along. On to the medial side of the shoe, we get a very similar look as we got on the lateral side of the shoe. And I do want to point out the color blocking here on the midsole. As you can see, this black portion stops about the same area as this portion starts. And we also got that on the lateral side, so I'm glad that this one didn't extend all the way up to the front of the shoe. Just keeping that in the rear makes it nice for this one, mainly because it keeps it aligned with this area on the upper. However, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for the medial side of the shoe. Moving along. Taking a look at the shoe from the top down, as you can see that dark smoke gray sail here on our outsole, non-traditional elephant print on our toe cap with that stitching in that nice suede material, as well as we get that salmon sort of pink here going around our toe cap, or our mud guard, should I say, in suede as well. Very nice Archaeo Brown leather here on the toe box. And then we get that purple light ballistic mesh going up our tongue. Sail flat laces in place. Again, no extra laces with this one, unfortunately. But as far as the tongue goes, it stops on that purple about where the top of the laces begin. And then it changes colors into that nice tan sort of color, almost matching with this. A little bit different tan when the light hits it, but it does match with our sock liner and our laces pretty well, or at least complements it. And then what's really cool is this nice off Nor or black stitch Jumpman with the outlining in that lavender or purple color. Very, very nice, very clean, something different. Not the outlining, but just the color of it sets it off, in my opinion, on the tongue. Digging it a lot. Taking a look at the shoe from the rear, as you can see, we have that smoke gray on our outsole, sail, midsole, black as well on our midsole or off Nor, as well as we get that off Nor suede going up the back. And we have our sail pull tab or hand pull tab, whatever you want to call that color, with an off Nor Jumpman and air text on the back, smack dab in the center. And I'll get a little closer, you guys can see that. Very nice, as it does extrude from the shoe. Just a clean look in general, man. We also get this little piece of cardboard here that separates this pull tab from the back of the shoe. Not sure if colors die off or what's going on there, but that is there, guys. And it is removable, so take that off before you rock your kicks. But very nice for the rear on this one, man. Digging it a lot. Moving along. All right, guys, onto the interior of the shoe. A little tough to see inside of there. And I'll get the laces out of the way. We do have, again, that felt-like sock liner here in that nice tan color, as well as you can see more felt here on the back of our tongue in this orangish sort of color, almost like a curry color, which is the same color we get here on these eyelets. Very nice. Then we get a purple like lavender insole with a white Jumpman painted on there, as well as we get our size sticker. And we also get some tissue paper stuffed inside, no cardboard shoe tree. And for those who care, we also have our size tag on the back of the tongue. Pretty clean for the interior, man. I'm digging it. And last but not least, guys, onto the outsole of the shoe. As you can see, primarily smoke gray all over the outsole on this one. We do get that off Nor pod here up front, as well as here in the center going to the rear, we do get that sail sort of color with that lavender Jordan branding there right in the center of it. Very, very nice, very clean. Digging this outsole. Gives me the same vibes that I get on the upper of the shoe. Gives me that fall sort of vibe. Man, I'm digging it a lot. Clean sneaker. Make sure you guys have your sole protectors for that outsole. It will get dirty. However, with the more darker hues on this one, it won't get as dirty, but again, still will get dirty. Very clean outsole. Moving along. All right, guys, we just saw right here on All About The Sneakerz the Air Jordan 3 Archaeo Brown, better known as winterized. A very, very clean sneaker. Glad to have this one in the collection. All right, guys, now again, let me know what you guys think about this sneaker after seeing it here on All About The Sneakerz. Are you rocking with this one, or hey, you don't need it, you're just gonna leave it in the archives? Or after seeing it here, you have a change of heart compared to some of my other fellow shoe tubers. Big ups to all of my fellow shoe tubers. But hey, man, your boy is rocking with this one. But I would like to know you guys' thoughts and takes on this one. As you know, I'm always in the comments responding. However, again, if you're new to the channel, or if you're not, make sure you smash that like, subscribe, and share button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on future release videos. Now, when you get a chance, head over to IG and follow me at All About The Sneakerz, spelled exactly the way it is here on the channel with a Z on the end instead of an S. I greatly appreciate it. Also have that linked in the description section below. But I do want to thank you guys, as always, for tuning in and rocking with your boys. You know I rock with you guys 1000%. However, that's all I have for you today on this episode. Until the next episode, keep keeping it all about the sneakers. Once again, it is your boy, All About The Sneakerz, signing off. Until the next episode, I will catch you guys later. Salute, I'm out.